These are six different manga about rugby, and I'll read the first chapter of each one and then eliminate the one that doesn't hook me. Then I'll read the next chapter and do the exact same thing until there's one left. This is round one. Okay, this is the first manga. Long ass title 15. Meisetsu Technical High School Rugby Football Club. This was from 2010. Lonely MC. He lives alone. No mom, no dad. And he's the only kid in his city or in his town. He wants to play rugby, but he can't. He has no one to play with. He has a ball he just kicks. Uh, 5 years later, he becomes a high school student and he joins a high school with other kids. And he meets the captain. Next is All Out from 2012. My notes for this one was there's a tall guy who's a little soft or timid, and an angry short guy. Um, they see the rugby club training, and the short guy wants to join, but then at the end of the chapter, the tall guy says no and just walks away. Up next is Full Drum from 2016. Here, the MC is kind of a dummy. He gets kicked out of every sports club in the school until he meets his love interest, who's the manager of the rugby club. So now he wants to join the rugby club and find a girlfriend or make the manager his girlfriend. But he ends up in the hospital because he tries to help the rugby captain and the rugby manager in a fight. So now he's in the hospital and he's recovering. This is more of a comedic manga, not so serious. So that's it. This is Beast Children from 2019. We have a happy MC. He is the only member of his rugby club in high school. He idolizes this guy from Japan who was very successful in rugby. One day he meets his rival. He challenges him to a little tackle game. Happy MC wins. Rival walks away crying or whatever. Turns out that the kid he beat is the son of his hero. This is the fifth manga. It's called Rugby Rumble from 2023. We have a delinquent MC. He's from a small town and wants to fight and that kind of stuff. For high school, he goes to a bigger city and he wants to challenge everyone to a fight. He eventually runs into the rugby captain, who is pretty strong at rugby. They get into a little contest, and the rugby captain ends up winning. But now the delinquent MC wants to join the rugby team. Okay, we've reached the last manga, One for All from 2023. That's the MC on the left with the black spiky hair. He just seems kind of whatever to me. He gets into a fight with some guy in the cafeteria. Actually, there's two guys, and there's a really big guy, and then there's this rich guy from money. I mean, a rich family. They get into a fight, and at the end of it, it seems like the MC wants those two guys to join the rugby team, and that's all I could remember from that one. Okay, so these are my rankings for the end of round one. Number one, Rugby Rumble. I just like this one because there was already some action, there was already some conflict here. And the rugby captain, I'm more curious to learn more about him because he's kind of a relaxed captain right now. He wanted to be like really good, but then he couldn't make this perfect team in the story. So now he kind of just is relaxed about rugby. I'm curious to see what happens to him. Number two, Beast Children, I think the name is. Anyway, I'm curious to see what happens with the two guys, the main character and the rival. Number three, I'm curious to see what happens to him when he gets out of the hospital. there was action in the manga, so that's why it's there. Um, Number 4, there was a fight and there was conflict, so that's its spot. I really don't really remember the MC what he did. So yeah. So number 5 is 15. Um, Nothing really happened here. I mean, they just hammered how lonely and how sad the MC's life was, and then at the end, he meets the captain of the rugby team who really wants to, really wants to win or blah blah blah. No conflict at all. They just meet and that's it. And number 6, All Out. This might be a mistake, I'm not sure, but nothing happened. Um there was a small conflict in the beginning. There was this argument with some upperclassmen, but it was really nothing. After that, the short guy really likes rugby because it's explained to him that anyone could be the person with the ball is like the hero or the legend or whatever. Like they're the star. That's the word they're looking for. The star is the one with the ball. So now he thinks that he can become a star. And like I said earlier, the tall guy just says, "Nah, I'm good," and walks away. And then that's the end of the manga. Nothing really happened. That's why I'm dropping All Out and continuing with the other 5 for round 2. I'll see you then. Oh, and let me know what you think too. I might be making a mistake. I'll eventually come back to the ones I eliminate, but we still got 5 to go. That's it. See ya.